Hi, this is Heidi. Episode 12, Gratitude. This podcast is for people who confidently and courageously show up each day trying to be better than yesterday. I'm glad you're here. Hello, hello. Happy November. This year has flown by. And even though Thanksgiving is still a few weeks away, it seems like the holiday season has started. I know it started weeks ago for most of us in stores. But honestly, this year, I'm not even annoyed that we are listening to Christmas music already. I seem to be up for all of it early this year. So, with that mindset, I want to talk about gratitude in this episode. This has been a topic on my mind, and you can definitely see how it has been woven into parts of other episodes. But it's such an important emotion and an action that it is sure worthy of an entire podcast. Now, did you guys know that Robert Eman, a psychologist at the University of California, Davis, is the world's leading scientific expert on gratitude? I don't know if he made up that title, but that's what I seem to find everywhere when I was looking for information on gratitude, just to give me like a little bit different spin on this. And I just think that's kind of cool that there's a gratitude expert. Now, his scientific studies have proven that being thankful and showing gratitude has tremendous health benefits. Now, I think we've heard a lot of these, but listen to this. He has scientifically proven everything from lower cholesterol, lower risk of heart disease, lower risk of suicide, lower stress hormones, lower blood pressure, lower risk of diabetes, higher quality of sleep, and on, to name just a few. And being grateful has also proven to be a great way to create social connection with family and friends. And those connections have been proven to lengthen our lifespans and improve quality of life. So gratitude is really, really important and something that we should work hard at cultivating. So since gratitude is primarily a function of our brain, I like to see these quantifiable results of just changing our thoughts and how focusing on being grateful and thankful can greatly improve our bodies. Scientific proof that our minds can heal our bodies. So let's talk about brains and gratitude. See, our brain doesn't instinctually or naturally default to gratitude or appreciation. It is usually looking for danger or negativity as a way to protect us. And our brain scans for what's missing, what's wrong naturally. Many years ago, when I was putting together reports and presentations for clients, I could quickly spot the small details that weren't right or what wasn't consistent from page to page. And it was a superpower for me then. But in terms of my brain helping me scan for gratitude and positive things to focus on, I've had to retrain my brain and refocus for the little positive things to look for. So I very consciously and intentionally choose to focus on and identify what I have in life, what is the good in my life, what is right, the abundance instead of the scarcity. And I daily work to retrain my brain to identify that and be grateful for what is going great, especially with my wonderful teenagers. I want to focus on that, not maybe the small ways that they're struggling or have weaknesses. Because you see, gratitude is a choice, and we have to point our higher brain to choosing to focus on what is good. I love and teach the idea that we always find what we're looking for. If we're looking for excuses not to do something, we find them. If we're looking for reasons and ways to succeed, we will find them. If we're looking for the negative or the bad in life, we will for sure find it. But if we focus our brain to find all of the good in our lives, we will find it. And our body gets an instant reward of dopamine, a neurotransmitter, when we identify and express gratitude. Our brain actually releases this dopamine in two parts of the brain, and our body makes the connection between the action of expressing gratitude and then this reward of dopamine, which reinforces the behavior of being grateful. So at first, we might have to be very intentional daily and set reminders to stop and maybe write in a gratitude journal or write a thank you note or express appreciation for someone. But over time, these new neural pathways will be created and gratitude will become more of who we are, more automatic. And this gratitude expert, Robert Emmons, says there are two components of gratitude. And I like seeing gratitude with these two separate components. The first component of gratitude is an affirmation of goodness or appreciation. We see things as valuable, aside from any monetary or worldly sense of value. This is us affirming that there are good things in the world, gifts and benefits that we receive. So an example is me identifying how grateful I am that I live in a part of the country where my children get an excellent public education. The value is much, much more than what we pay. Really, it's priceless. Now, Dr. Emmons says that the second component of gratitude is recognizing that the sources of this goodness are outside of ourselves. So acknowledging these gifts and goodness have come from others. So in my example of my gratitude for the education my children are getting, I recognize and appreciate the teachers they have, their dedication, how blessed we are to live in a state with high standards. I recognize this blessing totally comes from sources outside of me. And acknowledging this gratitude also makes me somewhat happy to pay taxes because I know a good portion of those do go to education. So this second component of acknowledging the good coming from something outside of us also makes us develop humility. We become more humble because we're dependent on people and elements outside of us. And we know our strength and power isn't the only source of goodness in our lives. There are forces like great teachers that are having a great impact on my life. Now think of this cool concept. Another word for gratitude is appreciation, and we use the phrase like express appreciation a lot. Now think of appreciation in terms of what it means in the financial world. When something appreciates, it grows and is bigger. We buy a house and hope that it appreciates. We hope the value increases. So the things that we show appreciation for in life will grow. If we want more of the good, or more happiness, or more blessings, the first step is to show appreciation for what we do have, finding the abundance in life today. And it can seem obvious when we lose something to suddenly be more grateful for this thing that's now missing. So we need to train our brains to live in the abundance and the appreciation of now. We may have jobs with lots of undesirable qualities. Maybe we have to deal with a difficult customer, or we have hours we don't like, or such. But this same job might have many qualities that, when gone, all of a sudden become appreciated. Maybe great health insurance, or nice coworkers, or other benefits. You get the picture. So if you want to find the bad in your job, or your spouse, or your children, or your neighborhood, or so forth, you will find it. There's so much value in us stopping and saying, wait, what is right about this situation? Now, I love how when people express gratitude to me, I learn the ways in which I helped them, many times not knowing that I was helping them. This motivates me to do more of the same. So another side effect of expressing gratitude is we reinforce and motivate others to spread more goodness. And when we look at gratitude in terms of the coaching model that I use with clients, the thoughts we think will create feelings of happiness or contentment and joy in us. We are the ones who first benefit from having this grateful mindset. And we then act different, being fueled from abundance and gratitude, different than how we would act being fueled from maybe anger or spite or discouragement, just to name a few. One of my favorite mottos or sayings is, "Your vibe attracts your tribe." And I've seen this with myself. I attract people as my friends who resonate with the type of life I live. And living in gratitude and appreciation is a big part of our vibe. It resonates from our language, the emotional energy we carry, how we act, our ability to forgive, or our ability to contribute to the world. And positive thoughts of appreciation will attract positive people into our energy circle. Now, another interesting result of being more grateful is I actually have less things. When I really appreciate the things I have, I don't dilute them by buying a bunch more of those things. Something simple, like I have a pair of sunglasses I love, so I'm not out buying a bunch of other sunglasses. I appreciate and use the ones I have. Every time I put them on, I say, I love my sunglasses. So when I see other cute ones, I remember that the ones I have are ones that I really like. And by having less in my life, I can appreciate more of what I do have. Now, I've worked very hard to say thank you and express appreciation to people who do things as volunteers. Part of me knows the work that goes into things that they do and often can be underappreciated. So, who in your life is a volunteer coach or so forth? Someone who makes life a little easier or goes the extra mile or does something you know you benefit from. Go and say thank you to them. It is so easy in today's tech world to just send a thank you email or text. But we can't get caught up in needing other people to show and express appreciation for the things that we do. Being able to appreciate ourselves and be grateful that we have the capabilities that we do have to serve other people is a very valuable mindset. This is where self-esteem and confidence reside. So one last tool to increase your gratitude. We can totally feel grateful for things that haven't happened yet. We can be grateful ahead of time. Appreciating opportunities and reaching goals and things to come creates much more space for those things to enter our lives. It's a way for us to visualize and invite more goodness, not from a place of needing, but from a space of abundance. In my coaching business, I sit in gratitude for the people I know I'll be able to help. I sit in gratitude for the experiences and lives my children will create. So I hope you're able to take some of these quick tips to appreciate and find gratitude for more in your life. Living life from this place is a much more enjoyable journey. So if you'd like to learn more about how I can help you apply these tools and others to feel more confidence and calm, send me a message through my website, HeidiBenjaminson.com. In less than an hour, you can see how a new mindset can create confidence to help you solve your problems and reach your greatest goals. I'll see you next week.